Crying emojis in the chat, Pimps. Crying emojis in the chat. Oh my lord. It's your boy Duty back again with another video. And of course, this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily wrap after his disastrous streaming day. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Our boy Phil had to spend close to 16 minutes doing his psychotherapy that he calls the daily wrap, and also a audit rundown of how the Dents performed today. And if I have to give them a letter grade, the Dents got an F today. Oh my lord. Yes. So here we have Phil on the daily wrap. And by the way, I dropped it from 16 minutes. I got it down to about 10 minutes. So hopefully this video won't be forever. But yes, our boy Phil is coping. He is upset with the Dents. He's upset that he had to drop $60 on a game, which you know he doesn't like to spend money on a game. And the support was just not there for Phil. And he's taking it hard. Oh my lord. And the other thing too is he's upset is the whale call was not answered today. Emil, where are you? What happened? Why didn't you drop the 90 member drop that he needed? So that, you know, he can have a night out with his wife. Emil, you better watch it, boy. You better watch it. Our boy Phil's not happy with you. Anyway, let's watch the video and see what he has to say. And I have plenty to say on this one.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, the 21st of February, 2023. So, what I would like to do is approach this video in two very rational ways. The first half of the video, I'd like to talk about the games I played today.
By the way, I have the water effect going because our boy's channel is underwater. He is not doing well this year. And it's been this way for a while. And I've been saying it for the longest that our boy Phil's channel is just dying. It's been dying for a long time. But the last peg of the foot of the stool is about to come off. And that's dwindling support.
Talk about how things went with them, what I think about them. And then I'd like to have the second half basically be about the channel performance overall this week and today, because I do feel like I need to address it. It's important, okay? First half, one of the major gripes I have...
It's not important, Phil. It's only important to you. No one cares. Except maybe a couple of your whales and your Dents who feel like they're on a crusade to stick it to the trolls. No one cares. No one cares about your financial problems. I'm pretty sure your wife doesn't even care about your financial problems because you guys probably have separate accounts and live separate lives. No one cares. You don't need to address this, but apparently you will. And that's why you're here coping.
With the game. The game's first 2 hours are story intro. And I'm going to be honest, I like Yakuza, but even me doing this premiere stream, I was getting bored during the first couple of hours where it was just cutscene, 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 cutscene. I'm like, oh my god. Like, when do I finally get to play the game? When? Hour 3. Finally, when you hit your third hour of gameplay, the game opens up to standard content you would expect in, like, a Yakuza game. And you can wander around the town, fight the random gangs, do the missions you discover, and now the game becomes way more fun. But, man, those first 2 hours were rough. And here's what happened.
Here's Phil's strategy, of course. When support is low, blame the game. And that's what he's doing here. The game is fine. It's okay. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but I know people like those type of Japanese style fighting games. And you know, it's you, Phil. You're boring. You're absolutely boring, and you provide no insight and no interest into the game. You could have talked about the Yakuza franchise, and if you would have done a little bit of research, which you never do, you know, because you want to come in, you know, completely spoiler free. You know, you could have had some information to provide your Dents and your viewers on the Yakuza franchise and just talk about that and engage your chat. Not sit there and make fart jokes, talk about the Japanese culture, which you know nothing about. And it just makes you sound stupid. If you're going to talk about Japanese culture, how about you read up on Japanese culture and actually give some important critical analysis of the Japanese culture, and not just basically say, oh, they like big boobs. That's not content, Phil. That's not interesting. It's not insightful. Derek might like it, and Slayer and a few other your Dents, But the vast majority of the people that are there or actually giving you a shot and watching your streams don't find that funny at all. It's kind of cringy and it's embarrassing.
My attendance started great, and over the course of 2 hours of this crazy story development, my attendance went boo. And then by the time that we finally got to the better part of the game, I went from over 400 viewers to barely 250. That sucks. I really feel like the pacing at the beginning of the game should have been much better. You know what they say, first impressions are everything. My concern now, being honest, is I just bought a $60 game that had a really slow first 2 hours, and hundreds of people who tuned in for the beginning may say, oh, that was boring, and never come back, not realizing that probably won't be representative of the entire game. They just did a really bad job of pacing the intro. That third hour was good. I actually really enjoyed the third hour of gameplay today, and I kind of wish the whole day was like that. So overall, Like a Dragon Ishin, so far I like it. It is very similar to the older Yakuza games, which is fine. I wish it had better pacing at the beginning, but now that we've gotten into the third hour, I'm actually enjoying myself, and I hope that more people will actually come back and give it a chance now that we've passed by that slow beginning. Okay? Now, let's talk about today's second new release, Atomic Heart. This game, I had absolutely no idea what to expect, and when the game opens, it feels like BioShock Infinite combined with other things. It's like this grandiose intro explaining this communist world that you now live in, and everything is futuristic, and all these robots and crazy new technology are in place, and it seems like, oh, you're in the utopia. Until all hell breaks loose about 40 minutes in, when all the robots start rebelling and trying to kill you. And now, the world goes to hell in a handbasket. You're now trying to figure out exactly what's going on. You have a robotic hand that talks to you, and it's basically your companion trying to explain what's going on, trying to say, oh, there's like someone who was a deserter or a rebel or a betrayer. The game has some weird shit, all right?
Essentially, I played the game for about an hour. It's essentially High on Life meets Fallout. It kind of Fallout as in the way it looks, the style, the combat, the wonkiness of the combat. It's more adapt to melee fighting than actually fighting the game. But it reminds me also of High on Life, where it's kind of a Rails. It's a not really open world. You kind of have to find a pattern to go through, and then you have, like in High on Life, you have the guns that made jokes and laugh or whatever. Instead of that, now you have essentially a glove. And then you have elements like lockpicking from Fallout. That's what it reminds me of. It's not a great game. It's okay. It's might be a good story, but combat and stuff isn't great. But again, Phil, you don't do any research on the game, so you can't provide any insight, any background information on the game that would hold your audience attention while you go through the initial boringness of the stream. You feel like the game should carry everything, and just because it's a new game and you spent money on it or whatever, it's a new game, that should be enough to bring people to this, bring people's butts to the seats and tip you. And that is not the case, Phil, whatsoever. You need to be interesting. You need to provide some insight. You need to make it fun, and you simply don't. Fart jokes are not interesting.
Some of the dialogue is odd. There's no exaggeration. How weird is this? The first time you run into a robot that is an upgrade station, it's a horny upgrade station, and it says sexual things to you constantly. First it tries to kill you, and you have to hack it. Then once you hack it, it still says disgustingly sexual things to you while you're trying to learn the upgrade system. It's obnoxious. I fucking muted the game because I couldn't concentrate on what I was trying. I was trying to read stuff in the upgrade, and it was just talking nasty. Like, shut the fuck up. It's a stupid game. It's a robot. I want to hear this dumb shit. I just want to concentrate so I can learn all the upgrade system. So,
Phil, that's your content. How many gross stuff do you say during your playthroughs? How many scat jokes do you make? How many butt jokes do you make? It's essentially low effort comedy. That's what the game is going for. And you do the same exact thing, and I find it so interesting that you can't do the correlation between that game and yourself. You don't like it, right, Phil, when games do it? But yeah, you do it nonstop to your viewers and your fans on your stream. And you find it obnoxious when the game does it, but you don't find it obnoxious when you do it.
It's really weird that it has weird shit like that. I don't know if the game designers thought it was funny. It's not. It's actually obnoxious and intrusive to the enjoyment of the game. I'm just being introduced to the upgrade trees and how to upgrade my weapons. Why the fuck do I want to hear this? I can't even concentrate. So it is stupid. And there's a few things in the game like that, although not too many. Like I would say that was the most obnoxious thing all night. However, what I will say is after playing it for about 2 hours, I'm going to be honest, it's clunky, man. The combat is not very refined. A lot of the times, it's hard to control where you're going when you're dodging. The swings are kind of like floaty and not concise. The enemies are glitchy. Twice tonight, I fought an enemy that was a tough enemy, and they're like going, as they're attacking you, they're like vibrating. It looks like they're having a seizure, but then they're attacking you, and they hit you for like 50-60% damage per hit, and you're like, what the hell is going on?
That's easy, Phil, to fix. You adjust the sensitivity of your controller, and that resolves it. It's not that difficult.
It's not supposed to look like that. You know, there's some platforming. The platforming's a little wonky. It doesn't feel polished. Let's put it that way. There's scenes that when these scripted things are happening, it looks amazing. It's like you're playing BioShock or you're playing another game. But then as soon as you get to like the combat, it's clunky. And I hope it improves. I hope that over time, if I buy more upgrades, I find more weapons and I upgrade the weapons and stuff, it'll be better. But now, actually, I think the combat is my least liked part of the game. I like the exploration. I like the world design. However, the one thing today that I gotta be honest about, all right? And I hope you don't take it the wrong way, because
Okay, folks, this is where he makes factual statements. Don't forget, it's not begging. They're just factual statements.
I'm not trying to be negative here, but it's a double new release day. Support today was really slow. Not only just for a double new release day, before and just a day in general. I'm not kidding you. Every other day this week, I had more support overall than I had today on the double new release day, including the React stuff I did, including slow days like a One Piece day. Yeah, I actually got more support yesterday during the One Piece streams than I did today. That's crazy to think about. And the other thing, today...
No, it's not, Phil. There's a very easy explanation for it. If you go through those playthroughs, every single one of them, one of your whales came out and dropped a $30 or $40 dono. A couple of them dropped a $50 dono. So that's why. You still are under this delusion that your channel is not held up by 4 or 5 dents and duct tape. That's what holds up your channel. You get tips here, every couple dollars here and there. The trolls give you a couple dollars here and there. But for the vast majority, if a whale doesn't come out, like 1 Minute Man or one of them, and drop a $20, $30, $40 dono, you're not getting anywhere near. You're getting close to the tier 1 tip goal, and that's it. So that's the issue. And you're just straight up in denial. It all goes back to your memberships. If Emil doesn't drop a 60 to 90 member gifted drop, you're never hitting the monthly goal. Never. Because no one's going to buy those crappy memberships except for maybe 200 of your dents that renew every month. That's it. You're not getting any more support from that unless somebody drops a gifted member bomb. And the thing is, when you come back on Thursday, you're going to be back under 400. You're going to be about 390. 390. Remember that, folks. Last year, before gifted memberships was a thing, Phil was at 380. So essentially, he has zero channel growth, membership channel growth, in over a year, folks. Just think about that. Think about that. He's been stuck in the same position, and the only thing that makes it look like he has some growth are those member bombs that come every month. So big ups to Emil.
It was the final day before we're going to have a big drop in my members here on DSP Gaming, because we had a big member bomb last month, and I've been warning you guys about this for 3 weeks, that if we didn't get closer to the members goal by the time that member bomb hit, now it's going to be very hard to hit it. And today was the last day. Guess how many members we got? 0. 0 new members. So it's going to be really hard now to hit that members goal. What's hilarious about it is all month everyone told me they liked the members goal idea. I was motivated. This is an idea we did 2 years ago, and it was a giant success on my streams, doing a classic games challenge like this. And everyone was excited when I announced it. Everyone said, yeah, this is great. But it just didn't motivate anyone to become a member this month for whatever reason. And then tonight on the late stream, someone goes, oh, well, it's a bad members goal. I don't like it. It's like, so you waited till the 21st of the month to tell me this. Like, literally, that was the first person all month that said, oh, I don't think the member goal is very good. Everyone told me it was good. So I'm kind of shocked. I thought new release day, we had way more viewers today than we had all week, because all week long it was me doing older playthroughs and things we've been doing for a while, and the support just was the slowest all week. It shocked me. Okay, now here's the good news. It's not the end of the world. This is not, oh my god, we're going out of business kind of shit. Absolutely not. Don't take it that way. I'm just making a factual observation, and I don't know what happened there.
Okay, folks, ignore everything I just said for the last 15 minutes. It's a factual observation, so it makes it perfectly fine for Phil to shit on his viewers for not giving him money, for not dropping member bombs. So all that goes out my criticism goes out the door simply because Phil said it's a factual observation.
It very well could be, I'm off tomorrow. It could be on Thursday when I play these games again, that there will be support for them. Maybe some people stayed away from the streams today because they want to play the games themselves, and they'll come back in a couple of days when I resume, and maybe they'll come support the streams. I don't know. All right, but it did support.
You just said right now that you had record level viewership on those 2 streams. Now you're saying, oh, maybe people didn't come by because they were playing it themselves. What is it, Phil? Yeah, you had 300 to 400 people watching your stream, but after about an hour watching both streams, you dropped tremendously because people found you boring. You don't. I'm going in circles now. So
surprised me. It blindsided me. I thought for sure today would actually be the best day of the week, and maybe we would have a rallying and hit the members goal, and the complete opposite happened. All right. So here's the deal. Tomorrow I'm off. I hope that you guys enjoy whatever you do. If you watch videos here on DSP Gaming, please enjoy. I certainly hope that if you are enjoying these new playthroughs, please remember to like the videos and leave comments on them. This engagement is absolutely key for the new playthroughs, because that will allow me to get the engagement I need to bring more new eyes to this channel, which I definitely need after the last couple of months where there has not been a lot going on besides maybe Dead Space and that first few streams of Hogwarts. It's been slow. So I'm hoping these new games will reinvigorate the channel and bring more people here to check out the content, all right? But that being said, what I'm hoping for is later in this week, things will turn around, all right? We'll see what happens. Now, here's the thing. I made a decision today. Based on what happened today, I would actually prefer to play more Atomic Heart than Like a Dragon Ishin on Thursday, and here's why. I know what Like a Dragon Ishin is going to be. It's going to be like Yakuza. I have no idea what Atomic Heart's going to be like. So I want to play more of it. So we're going to do Atomic Heart on the first stream on Thursday, and then Like a Dragon Ishin will be the late stream on Thursday. So that way we'll have played the equivalent amount of gameplay of each of them by the end of Thursday, and I'll be able to make my decision if I want to keep playing Atomic Heart moving forward, or if we want to drop it and do something different. And I'll tell you the game that's kind of a shoe-in right now that everyone else seems to want, the Metroid Prime remake that just came out on Switch. People seem to really be adamant that they want it. So that would likely be what I would play if we drop Atomic Heart. So let's see what happens on Thursday. We'll do Atomic Heart first, Like a Dragon Ishin late. Okay, now keep in mind, there's all kinds of variety of content coming next week.
Yeah, nobody cares, Phil. Oh my lord. Alright folks, sorry that I made it so long, but Phil just went on a long 15-minute rant and I had to cover it, and oh my lord, I think the realization that DSP React is choking DSP Gaming and other factors too. I pretty much just if you follow along and you see where he's going and where he's been at for the last 2 years, it's just been a steady decline year after year. And I'm actually going to do the financial analysis video next, and you're going to see that how he has progressed from where he's at now to compared to last year. It's very bad, and I have a feeling he's starting to realize that either by analytics or his paycheck or whatever the case is. And it's a significant drop, so definitely watch that video. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.